Right. Hello, hello, everyone. What's good? And welcome to pretty much what is the first SamMobile Weekly Roundup show. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Let's put it that way. It has been a minute. Happy belated New Year 2022 to all the Sammy fans, SamMobile fans, Samsung fans, all of our amazing fan base when it comes to SamMobile. We really, really appreciate how you've brought us here. And, you know, as of this live stream, we've just hit 105,000 subscribers as well, you know. So, yeah, happy belated New Year. Welcome to the first SamMobile Weekly Roundup Live. Apologies, I've got the coughs. It's not the Rona. I tested negative 3 times throughout, which I'm really grateful for, but just not 100% since coming back. It's been the roughest week for me, if I'm going to be very honest with you. It's been a rough week for me, so bear with me. I might not be as energetic and full pace and full speed as I usually am, but regardless, it's still great to, you know, just be able to just live stream again and have a live interactive with you, our audience, SamMobile, and yeah, pretty much get things going and get the first weekly roundup show on the way for 2022. And what is that really going to be consistent of? And it is going to be consistent of the best of CES 2022. If you weren't familiar, yeah, we were, or I specifically was at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, and what an experience it was. That in itself, I will give my final review, but what we are dubbing this live stream on is the best of CES 2022 SamMobile edition. Woo! Should be good. Should really be good. Should really be good. But you know what? Without wasting much time, let's jump into the chat. I'm struggling today. Apologies. You guys are going to really have to bear with me today. Today's going to be, I've got to dig deep. I'm about to dig deep this week, and I'll give you my review on why I've had to dig deep this week. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. All right, so who have we got in the chat? We've got officials, fun and song. Hello, sir. How are you? Hello, mister. How are you? I'm good. I'm not as well as I would like, but I'm good. Jimmy Fire Dragon. Hello, what's good? Hola, chicos. Hello, what's good? Emilio Sanchez. What's up? Despot, hey, hello, Mario. Mr. Mario says, what's up, brother? What's good, bro? Have anyone bought the S21 FE? Well, we've got the S21 FE here, so we will be discussing it very, very soon, right? We'll be discussing it very soon, and review coming up on that very soon. Mete, what's good? What up? Yes. Morning people, PPL, what's good? Yes. What's cuz? Consumer Electronics Show CES. Yes, we're going to be talking about that. Showcases upcoming tech for the year. Yeah. Have you had your vaccine? Yep, I'm fully vaxxed, double vaxxed, and I will be getting my booster 9th of March. You got the cold that gives you the Rona symptoms? I've tested negative every single day, so yeah, and I've even done a proper antigen and PCR, so I'm good. I got it twice. Well, that's tough. Hopefully you have a nicer weeks ahead. I hope so. Boom. What's good? Hey. Sorry people. I'm gonna really dig deep. Bear with me. I probably won't be as energetic as I usually like myself to be when it comes to the live streams, but the show must go on and we must get it done one way or another. All right, so pretty much as stated, we are pretty much going to be looking at the best of the Consumer Electronics Show 2022. Now, as you know, 2020 happened in January, which was at a time where it was in person and no one really knew the severity of what COVID-19 would do to the world. 2021 was not in person, it was virtual, and it came back in person this year, which I personally am grateful for. CES personally has been one of my bucket list events to do. I still think it should be a mid-January event. I think doing it first week of January is a bit intense. Again, I got there New Year's Day on a Saturday and pretty much left on the 9th, but only came back on a Tuesday, and we'll round that up as to what happened. But Samsung was the main OEM. Honestly, I think Samsung were the ones that really showed up this year. And they showed up this year for many reasons. I mean, we covered a bucket load of Samsung content on the channel, and we've still got one more to sneak in. We've got one more to sneak in when it comes to Samsung content. So watch out for that in terms of from CES specifically. But yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot. But we're going to pick the best of CES, SamMobile edition, for all the things that we covered in relations to Samsung. We're going to come over here. Obviously, we're streaming right now. And if you see from the jump, we did. And this was live and went as the embargo. We did the hands-on for the S21 FE. We did the hands-on for all the different colors of the S21 FE. And we did the unboxing of the S21 FE. We did the first look of the Samsung Freestyle. Now this is going to be a good discussion point. Then the Odyssey Arc, another outlandish and good discussion point. The Odyssey Neo G8, potentially my new gaming monitor that I would love to have. The Neo G9, the super ultra wide strikes back again. And then Neo QLED or QLED 8K TVs, the QN900B and QN800B. And then I think the most revolutionary game changer display technology to come to large screen formats for monitors and TV, Samsung's QD display, or QD OLED as some people are calling it, but QD display. We count what we have right now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one more miscellaneous, which is going to be on a smart monitor M8, which hopefully I'll have it done after this live stream. I'm going to have to really dig deep and just get that done. And that would total 10 videos related to Samsung. And what that basically means is we're going to filter on the best of. First has got to be the Galaxy S21 FE. And as stated, we do have the S21 FE in-house and full review coming most likely next week. And we're going to discuss about the S21 FE after our hands-on, after I've been using it, my time in Vegas with it as well. What's great is the next one. The Samsung Galaxy, no, it's not even a Galaxy, sorry, the Samsung Freestyle. And it's possibly Samsung's most fun product yet. That's what I dubbed it, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why when we get to it as well. But yeah, Samsung have got this very new smart projector. We did a hands-on video first, not hands-on, but I'd say a first look video of what it's meant to be. And we'll discuss that a bit as well and our thoughts on it and where it sits. Next has got to be Samsung's QD display technology. Wow. And if seeing was believing was a person, I think potentially what QD displays bring into large screen formats is going to be very, very game changer. And it's not just me that have said it. A lot of industry professionals that really review large screen monitors and TVs have really said what QD displays bring in is going to be revolutionary. And from what I saw in the controlled environment, I'm kind of inclined to believe it. We're going to discuss that as well. And to really wrap it up, the Odyssey Arc. And Arc, I think, fits the name really well because, boy, check this. This is a 55-inch 1000R curved gaming monitor that can be put into vertical orientation. Yeah, that's crazy. 4K UHD resolution, and apparently, still to be certified and verified and finalized, 165 hertz refresh rate. Yeah. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. A 55-inch. And yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen anything like that. And we did our hands-on video with that as well. Those are our best picks for CES 2022. And we're going to dive into it and we're going to really delve in and just discuss our thoughts on it, man, because crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy stuff in terms of what they were bringing. Honestly, Samsung were the standout OEM, and it's just a fact with a lot of manufacturers and publications as well that pulled out. Samsung really put the show on from before CES even started. What you got to remember is Consumer Electronics Show starts on the 5th of January on a Wednesday and was meant to finish on the 8th on the Saturday, but finished a day earlier because of obviously not as many exhibitions were on the show floor, plus Rona concerns. So it finished on a Friday, but Samsung Samsung had me working from like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't even want to discuss how Friday was, but we'll do that as the roundup. Let's do the final questions and then we'll pretty much get into the show and get deep and get diving into it. Will the Arc monitor have picture-in-picture from the... No clue. No clue. We'll discuss that later. Yeah, did you see Marquez tweet about remember Bixby because Samsung hopes you didn't in the form of the Freestyle? Nah, that's not what he was referring to. That's not what he was referring to at all. Is it true that Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra will be Snapdragon across the world? No idea. The Arc is going to take all of the dollars out of the bank account in pairs. Yep, sup was good. Would you like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or the Exynos 2200 in the S22? I'm impartial. I'm impartial. All right. So best of Consumer Electronics Show 2022, which finally came back in person in some capacity, a day shorter than expected. But regardless, we managed to actually get there and have a show floor presence, a tech convention presence. And I believe that is SamMobile's first CES. Don't quote me. I might be wrong, but I think that might be our first consumer electronics show. But yeah, we are pretty much going to talk about the first one on the list, which is our best pick and the best of CES for Samsung. And we do have here the S21 FE. This is the graphite color that I've got here. I did manage to get hands-on with some of the other colors as well. We did the hands-on. Now I'm gonna break it down. I got the story behind how the hands-on video pretty much went about was just a crazy hoo-ha, and I think that was like the beginning of the knock-on effect of just my pure exhaustion that pretty much happened. I got the device delivered on the 31st of December. Now, mind you, I'm flying out to Las Vegas on the next day for CES, so I pretty much had no time flat to pretty much get a quick hands-on impressions. I didn't even realize that the front glass was using Gorilla Glass Victus at the time, because I didn't get the info on that, and I stated that in the hands-on video. But yeah, we've got the fan edition, and funny enough, the fan edition, we've got a written review that's out already, so definitely I'll put it in the description below. We've got the written review. I'm gonna have the video review up. We've got samples for camera and stuff in there as well, so it's going to be interesting to really put that together. This phone is a very interesting one, right? And I will give my 2 cents on it, generally speaking. It says Samsung may have initially planned for the FE to be the third quarter of 2021, but for reasons that aren't very clear, which I very much agree with, maybe related to semiconductor shortages and production issues, the phone has been pushed back to January 2022. Now, the phone is available now. No pre-orders on it. It's available to buy straight away as of the 11th of January. It was officially lifted on the 4th of January, 2 a.m. European time, or 3rd of January Eastern time, US time, 6 p.m. It's based on the fan edition of the S21 series, and here's going to be my quick 2 cents, and it's probably going to resonate a lot. The phone by itself is a good phone. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much here. I highly recommend that our hands-on video, you 100% give it a watch when it comes to a hands-on video, right? Here's where it is. The phone in itself, in its bubble, is a good phone. It is a good phone, right? It's a good phone. And in terms of quality of feel of the product, I think it feels more of a premium product than the S20 FE did, slightly. But two things go against it in general: price and timing. And I'll say this, and Mr. Danny Derestian did a great opinion piece on it. And again, as always, we always recommend you go to SamMobile.com, subscribe for an ad-free experience so you don't miss any news in the world of Samsung daily. You get more news there daily quicker than you do get on the YouTube channel, because it's just, we've got a slew of writers, and I hope we can get to a point where we've got a slew of video producers here as well. But in this climate, the base model is a 6GB of RAM, 128GB storage. First kind of semi-red flag. It really should be 8GB of RAM and 128GB. That one does exist, but no news on what regions have it and how it's going to play out and what's going to be done about it. On top of that as well, price. To me, the base model should not be any, as well as being 8GB RAM and 128GB as it should be, the base model should not be any more than $649, £649, €649. I'll be honest with you, in ideals, it should be a 629 starting phone. Then you pay the extra $50, £50 or €50 up to 699 or 679 to get 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. That's just my personal opinion. And this isn't anything because of the competition, right? You took away the charger, which we get for environmental reasons that you've actually started doing, which I don't entirely agree with if the A50 series and the A70 series are still getting chargers in a box. And the biggest thing that you've taken away, because the headphone port was not there, so I'm not even mentioning the headphone port. The headphone port was not there from the jump from the S20 FE. The biggest thing you took away was the SD card. This is nothing to do with the competition. I don't want people mentioning a Pixel 6 or this is not. Don't really care about those phones in this particular one. What I do care about is the principle that they set for the S21 series. This S21 here, right, went through those cutbacks and saw a major and significant price drop. A major and significant price drop. The S21 FE in this climate, which is a phone that should have come out on the 28th of October and it didn't. It's 2 months late. On top of being 2 months late, stuff has been taken away that follow the same principle of what they did with the S21 series, with the S21, S21 Plus, but yet no price cut was done. Not even at least $50. Great phone, but I kid you not, the people that I was around were saying that I would rather just buy the S20 FE again, because I have the SD card. I will get a charger in the box. Yes, it's not the full 25 watts, it's 15 watts, but I will get a charger in the box. I still get the SD card. And then the biggest one is, I'm sorry, we're not oblivious to it, right? The base model S22 is literally a few weeks away. For sure. A few weeks away, you're getting a base model. This base model already, before the FE was even conceptualized, already made the FE questionable. That did we need an FE? I said it from the beginning of the year, last year, before I even joined SamMobile. And I was saying this. So this is basically Note 10 Lite, and this is especially Note 20 all over again, but worse. Worse just for the fact that the timing, release time, and just where it sits. So it's a great phone. The display looks better than ever, even though it's still technically the same 1080p display. Whatever they've done with how the glass looks, being Victus, the display definitely has a clearer look. The haptics ain't improved as much as I would like. It feels pretty much the same as the S20 FE. The S21 definitely has better haptic vibration motors. The in-display fingerprint sensor is a very interesting one, because although it's optical, it is slightly lower compared to the S21. And it kind of behaves like an ultrasonic, as in, if the always on display is not on, or this display is not on, you can still unlock it, which most optical sensors don't do that. So that's a very That's a very good look. Cameras really doesn't seem like it's any different to the S20 FE. So yeah. We can't say we can't recommend it as such, but given my 2 cents, all the stuff that they've done with it in terms of timing and taking stuff away, in an ideal world, you should be charging $629 pounds, euros for the base model. That base model should be 8 gig, 128 gig, not 6 gig RAM. I know RAM Plus is there, and it could be the saving grace for the lack of RAM, but it really should be 8 gig, 128, and you pay an extra $50 to get 256, which is double storage, meaning that it shouldn't be any more than 679 or 699, depending on how they've priced it. And that's kind of the FE in a nutshell. And I mean, you've been seeing the video playing in the back, so we highly recommend that you go watch it. The video that kicked off our coverage of CES, and we highly recommend that you watch it. We managed to get, this was pretty much a very, very awesome experience. So I was at the Allegiant Stadium. This is the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. As someone that loves American football, and I played it back in university as a cornerback and a free safety, I was in awe. And again, a quick opinion on this. Graphite, boring as hell. Sorry, this color is boring. Even last year's Cloud Navy as the basic color had a bit of flair. This graphite one is boring. One, there weren't as many colors. There was a lot of cloud colors last year. The Cloud Mint, the red one, orange. There was so many colors of the FE last year. There's only 4. And to be honest, only 2 of them really stand out to me. And I'll say one of them, the purple one, is my favorite color. Then comes the white, but white is white. And then you've got the olive color, which to me is a bit balanced, but so yeah, you know, I was at the Allegiant Stadium, which was a great highlight. Managed to get hands on with the other colors. I didn't really go into anything detail apart from just showcasing the other colors, as we did the hands on already, as you can see. And I said it to them. They asked me my opinion, and I said, you know what? Something about the FE that made the FE really stand out last year was just those bold cloud colors: mint, navy, orange, red. Like, there was just so many. There was just so many. So that's my thoughts. And again, I was able to, sneak in and unboxing, because again, it's just to kind of give your first raw impressions of, what to expect when you do get your S21 FE. How is it going to look? So we did that. We're going to have more coverage on S21 FE. Main thing we're going to do is get the review out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Lots of coverage beforehand, slightly, and most of the coverage when I was at Las Vegas for CES, and that's what kicked off the CES coverage with Samsung. We're going to jump back into the chat. Let us know your thoughts on the Galaxy S21 FE full review coming soon, and all the links will be in the description for all the articles that are being showcased for the Best of CES 2022 SamMobile edition. Whew. All right. Waiting for the S22 Note, whatever it's going to be called. It's going to be interesting. Is it true that Samsung Galaxy S22 will have RAM update as Android version? Guys, anything S22 related, it's only a few weeks away. I have no idea. Could you inform us when the Android 12 update is coming to Saudi Arabia for Galaxy S20 Ultra? Unfortunately, I cannot. Just go on the SamMobile website and you will have all your updates there when it comes to software. iPhone, thumbs down. Is it true that the S22 series will only have the Snapdragon chipset? No idea. You probably know more than me. Maybe, maybe not. But I think just assume that things will be the same as before. Will be split. Big up yourself, General. What's good, baby? Welcome. Technically T in the house. What's good, T? What is good? T has joined the party. Well done, brother. Hope you're well. T from the A. Nice. So yeah, that is the first best of CES 2022 SamMobile edition, and we pretty much gave our discussion point in regards to the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition. Who remembers the first Fan Edition phone? No cheating. Drop in the comment section below. How's the battery life been with the Snapdragon 888, or do you have the Exynos 2100 here in the UK? I've got the Snapdragon 888. Standby time's not great, in my opinion. It sips a lot of battery during stand-up time based on me just leaving it there as kind of like my secondary main phone. I've got my personal line and my business line. My business line is in here. Personal line is still running in the S21 Ultra. Using it in terms of normal battery life, it seems to be working well, but the standby time on here kind of drains. And I'm on Vodafone's 5G network in the UK, and I've got EE's one here. I might switch it to EE and see how it holds up with EE, but standby time's not been great, but normal usage battery life has been fine. All right. Part 1. First pick. Again, bear with me, people. Bear with me, people. I don't have the Rona, which I'm grateful for, meaning I don't have to self-isolate. But I think I got a cold when I went through New York. New York was cold, bro. Sheesh. New York was cold. New York was cold. All right. We've done part 1 of the best of CES 2022 SamMobile edition for our coverage for Samsung, and this is the second one. Our first look at the Freestyle, possibly Samsung's most fun product yet. That was what I dubbed it. And this was such a curveball. I was not expecting this at all. What Samsung have created here is a very, very fun and convenient nearly all-in-one, and I say nearly all-in-one for a reason. Smart projector. Wow. Let's have this quick read up from Mihai himself. One of Samsung's most surprising and arguably exciting products unveiled at CES in Las Vegas is the Freestyle. What is it? Well, in case you missed the news, it's a new portable smart projector speaker hybrid that could one day replace your TV. I like that, Mihai. And yes, Samsung has somehow kept it a secret until the official unveiling of CES 2022. Very true. We managed to get an exclusive first look at the Freestyle from Samsung at the event in Las Vegas, and we are glad to share our experience in the new video below, which we'll switch to. We must admit that even though most of us aren't in the market for a projector, the Freestyle looks like a fun product that appeals to us on some level. Perhaps it's the portable nature. Yeah, or the fact that it seamlessly combines functionality of a smart TV with a smart speaker in a compact, lightweight package complete with music virtualizers and an ambient light mode. It has many tricks up its sleeve. It does. You have a colored wall? No worry. And it says automatic color calibration takes care of that. And the Freestyle adjusts and calibrates the image based on the color of the wall which it is projected on. There's more. It also has the advantage of a keystone correction or auto leveling. That to me is the killer part. These technologies combined deliver seamless user experience with no complicated setup process standing between you and your entertainment. And the device uses the standard E26 light sockets as well, should you want to hang the projector from the ceiling via the USB power banks. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, look. It can basically become a smart bulb / smart projector in one. So versatile, and it can obviously do up to 30 inches to 100 inches of area at 1080p resolution, which I found out that projectors of that size usually are 720p, so that's a big win for Samsung. And it's a smart TV in as well because it's powered by Tizen. You have all your smart TV functionality like Netflix, Prime Video, etc., and it's capable of obviously mirroring your content from your phone, and also can be voice controlled via Bixby as well. Samsung will be, there will be a range of accessories. There's going to be a range of accessories, and there's a lot that I saw. I'm going to run that video in the back. We're going to do it the same. And again, we highly recommend that you go watch it. We're going to run it the same way that we did before. Bam. Samsung Freestyle. And I think the name is very fitting. This is going to be retailing at £1,000, €1,000, $900, around their ballpark. I know it's already on sale in the USA in terms of pre-orders, and some people are obviously getting it as of this week or end of the month or something like that. And there is a backlog on it. I'm going to say this, right? For that price, you can buy a very, very high quality QLED OLED TV at 50 to 55 inches. Let's just put it out there. 4K OLED QLED TV. Right? So if you're that type of person like me, where I just got the Xbox Series X and the PS5, which I'm so happy about after a year of taking L's, I'm looking for a quality $1,000, £1,000 Euro TV to wall mount, put there, and really enjoy. It ain't going to be the Freestyle that I'm going to be buying, right? So let's just get that out of the way first. But do you know what the Freestyle would be for me? This would be my end of year guilty pleasure purchase when the bonus hits, or if there is a bonus, if I've worked well enough to even deserve a bonus, and I would buy it as an impulse buy. It's an impulse buy product. It's a very, very stylish product. And Samsung haven't done anything like this yet, to my knowledge. So there isn't anything to compare it to of what they should have done better and not done better. You go into it with a very fresh, open mindset. And again, instead of calling it the versatile, another word is Freestyle. And I think the name is very fitting. Look at the accessories. You've got accessories that make it look like a food container, for goodness sake. A very stylish food container. And what you're seeing right now is the auto keystoning and auto leveling, where, look, it auto focuses and it just adjusts. Look, it's tilted and it adjusts. The Freestyle takes the guesswork out of you setting up. Damn. Bear with me. The Freestyle takes away the guesswork of you having to set up your entertainment system when it comes to viewing experience. It still has ports on there. You still can game on it. There is a micro HDMI port that you can put in there and connect your stuff externally. So it's not just about having a built-in experience. You do have a micro SD built into there, a micro HDMI built into there as well. You've got a Freestyle Sound Kit. You've got skins that you can customize. It can change into a bulb/smart projector from your ceiling. Like, it's called a Freestyle. And for everything that it does, it's got touch controls at the front for volume, screen sharing, power, a manual toggle for the mic switch. You can stream from your TV. You can screen share from your TV to the Freestyle, your phone to the Freestyle, the ecosystem integration, 30 to 100 inches of real estate, 1080p rather than 720p compared to the competition. I really put the disclaimer out there that you will question the price based on the fact that if you're like me, you'll be like, if you're telling me to spend £1,000 on this, £900 on this, I'll rather buy a 48 to 55 inch TV and call it a day. High quality QLED or OLED. But that's not the point. What this has is a level of space, convenience, fun that you just wouldn't be able to do. Imagine moving places, especially for us guys that live in Europe where our houses are not that big. Imagine moving places and moving a TV. You get more real estate than a TV. 1080p is still more than good enough. You get more space than less space than the TV that it takes up. More convenience in that sense. Much more portable. It supports, if the right power bank powers it, You can power it anywhere and have a viewing experience. You don't have to worry about having a projector wall because there's a lot of ticks that it does right where I'll be very honest. I'm not saying rush out and buy this. Most people do not need this. I promise you, most people, I don't even need this. But I promise you this. One, this is my own personal gripe, and I don't really want to spray it too much on here. Samsung, please just send us a review unit for this. Like, we're seeing all the Americans get it. Us here, come on. Send it to us, let us test it, and let us showcase it and review it ourselves here at SamMobile. But honestly, I see this being my guilty pleasure purchase come the end of the year. Yeah. I think, you see, there's something about fun. I think making stuff that are fun is so forgotten and so underrated, because we're always looking for it has to be innovative, the power and this and specs, and this is fun. This is Samsung showcasing that, you know what, there is an element of fun and style at their core that hasn't necessarily been missing. I mean, they showcased that with the Flip, but this really just shows that it's not really just about innovation alone. It's about just ticking as many boxes as possible and taking a fun approach. And the accessory ecosystem being so strong from the jump that they showcased it that much already, that's without third party. I think in terms of the fun award, this is probably Samsung's most fun product that they will make this year. And I think this is their most fun product that they've made in a while. I don't remember take innovation out of it. I don't remember Samsung making a product this fun and this convenient ever. And if there's anyone that can remind me in the comment section below if Samsung have done that, I'll be happy to pretty much put my hand up and accept it, because I was left very, very impressed. And when I was even showcasing it and using it and trying to understand what it was, not once did price come into mind. I'm being serious. It wasn't until my Samsung PR contact pretty much told me what the price was, where I was like, okay, fine. But even then, I went back to the fact that, okay, let's take what it's trying to do. And remind you, you've got a full smart TV OS system built in. To conclude, my impressions are, I was very, very impressed with it. I think it's probably the product that impressed me the most being there. Just for the fact that this is just a fun product. You don't look at this based on pure logic. Pure logic will tell you, like I said, for that price, go buy a 55-inch QLED or OLED TV, call it a day. Have all the HDMI 2.1 ports and yada, yada, yada. That's logic. You don't buy this based on logic. Purely based on feel and style, i.e. the freestyle. Yeah, it's a good look, Samsung. More products like this. Wherever you can, make more niche fun products like this. It's a good look. So yeah, links in the description below. Definitely check our first look at the Samsung Freestyle. We really, really hope we'll get a full sample here to test for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Best of CES Part 2, and that one goes to the Samsung, the Freestyle. Jump to the chat. Let's jump to the chat, baby. Well, I'm seeing a couple of people that have jumped in here. Let's see what's good. 865 is a legend. NY is colder now. Yeah, it was cold. I think that's where I got the cold from, you know. Galaxy A71 isn't getting an update. Yep. I was all in on a Freestyle until found out it's only 1080p. Should have had 4K option. No, it shouldn't have had. I'm sorry to burst your bubble on there, buddy. Shouldn't have had 4K. I don't know if you've done your research that projectors at that price point, in that shape and in that functionality are 720p. You can't expect to be doing 4K, mate. It's like, I just want to burst your bubble there, buddy. Expecting that to do 4K, you are asking too much. And I'm a person that in ideals, I would love it to have 4K. Hey, give me 8K. Nah. Okay, we've got Vabib in here. What's good, Vabib? Hello, hello. Happy New Year, brother. When will share play type feature come for Samsung? I have no idea, mate. With all the features that the Freestyle has, the price is right. It is right. In its own way, it is right. Not based on logic, but just based on if you actually amalgamate everything together. It's got a lot going for it. It's got a lot going for it. And I think you should. I think it's a guilty pleasure purchase. I don't. If you're, it's targeted at Gen Z and millennials that are tight in space, move a lot, want a good entertainment platform. Man, you can have the Freestyle just up on the ceiling while you're lying down watching your TV shows right next to you. You can't do that with your TV. You can't do that with your TV. Would you buy it? Yeah. In my opinion, the Freestyle is way too expensive for what it offers. I would be going to the Xiaomi Halo, but I'll wait for the second gen. And I said it in my hands-on video that the price will make people question it, but at the end of the day, I still think it's a guilty pleasure purchase, and it's a fun product. Just got the S21 FE in house. It's so lightweight. Yeah. It's 177 grams compared to 190 grams in the S20 FE. Yep, it's a great phone. I mean, hey, we missed our opinions on it, but yeah, I shared my thoughts on it, so I would say replay and watch it back so we can crack on with the last few bits of the best of CES, my bro. I've just joined CanPat, so I've just joined the live broadcast. I want to know which Samsung product are you guys talking about that is fun from Samsung. It's the Freestyle. It's the Freestyle. Their smart projector, smart speaker hybrid product. And it says, Happy New Year. Saw your tweets from CES. Glad you had a good time. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on just my experience with CES at the end. I'm gonna give my 2 cents on my experience with CES at the end. All right, so we've done 2 parts of the best of CES. SamMobile edition for all our coverage of Samsung, which we pretty much chucked out 9 videos, but 1 miscellaneous one to come on a smart M8 monitor. So watch out for that. And yeah, we pretty much busted down and we broke down on the fact that we pretty much had hands-on, and we've done 3 videos already on the S21 FE. Full review coming next week, as well as other tests and other videos that we're going to do. We're going to do a comparison against the Pixel 6. We're going to do a comparison against the S21. And then when the S22, which we're assuming that's what it's going to be called, base model, we do a comparison against that. We're not going to just leave the S21 FE hang on dry. We've got a lot of content to do from the jump. Gave our thoughts on it. Just gave our thoughts on part 2, which is obviously on the Freestyle, which I personally think, in my personal opinion, and I think us at SamMobile, we all share the same and very similar sentiment. It is probably Samsung's most fun product yet, and probably in a long time, if not ever. But part 3 is going to be on Samsung's QD display. Wow. This is the next evolution of attack on conventional OLED. What an interesting time. And we're going to break this one down. We're going to break this one down. QD display explained. I'm going to fire this up. Full screening like we did before. And this is a very interesting one. Now, I just want to put the premise on that. This is from Samsung Display, not Samsung Electronics. Samsung Display are a separate division within the Samsung family where they make display panels and display technologies for OEMs. Samsung Electronics is one of their OEMs. They sell display tech and display panels to other OEMs. Samsung Display are the ones that make displays for iPhones. They make displays for any other manufacturer that requests and requires display tech for their products. That's what Samsung Display do. Your laptops with AMOLED screens or OLED screens, that's Samsung Display, not Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronic make the products, i.e. they make the TVs, the fridges, the mobile phones, etc., tablets, laptops. Those displays come from Samsung Display, right? Samsung Electronics, Samsung Display. This showcase is from Samsung Display. I just want to make it very clear. And this is QD Display, the next evolution in quantum dot display technology and OLED. But for the sake of just keeping it consistent, this is just going to be called QD Display. That's what they're dubbing it as. And QD Display, I got to see it very briefly. When I say briefly, I only had 10 minutes to capture all the footage that you're seeing in our explain video. 10 minutes. I just had 10 minutes to capture it. And this was showcased against conventional OLED and conventional LCD. And QD Display, from what I saw and I'm putting a very big asterisk on here because I discussed this in this video that you're seeing playing at the back. It was a very, very dark room in a very controlled environment where trying to expose the camera, if you watch anyone else's that did this, trying to expose the camera for all three displays was difficult ASF. You see, but the whole benefit of QD Display is that it's got the world's first QD integrated self-emitting display, which is all based on a blue self-emitting layer without a color filter. Because you have to remember is that when you have a conventional color filter in an OLED panel, an LCD panel, what is happening is that you're sapping the brightness level and the power out. And the fact that it does not have a white OLED layer, this is the difference maker in it. Right, the technology is impressive. It's slimmer, less layers. You know, the self-blue emitting layer is something that's bringing a whole new level when it comes to brightness control, peak sustained, and also color representation when it comes to wide gamut. If you see it, right, all the technicalities, viewing angles, wide color gamut, more volume, max brightness in terms of peak, so many things about it from what I was seeing compared to conventional OLED was really, really, really up there. It was really, and I mean, it was really up there. This is what we've been waiting for Samsung to do since what QLED or QLED was introduced from them with, you know, quantum dot. This is really sticking it to OLED based on the environment from what I saw. And I'm going to pretty much give my thoughts on it. And again, they were showcasing response times as low as 0.1 milliseconds. Again, controlled environment. I just want to say that to just clarify things. But from what I was seeing, color volume, lack of ghosting, pixel response time without overshift or overdrive mode, color volume, shadow detail without noise, and still retaining clarity and brightness. Like here, for example, if you're seeing this, right, exposing for this was so hard, was so difficult, And I'm going to pretty much say what I was left very impressed with was the extreme viewing angles while it was still maintaining contrast, no color shift, and the same color or picture image. That stood out to me when they demonstrated to me where I was viewing at it off axis straight and there was no color shift compared to OLED and especially LCD. I was blown away. The display looked brighter, not brighter just for the sake of brightness, but highlights were still retained. And my biggest thing is the lack of black crush, i.e. shadow detail was really well lifted. But what tends to happen is when you do that, you introduce a lot of noise and grain. It doesn't look natural, but it looked clear to me. I just want to emphasize that. And then I couldn't show it because of copyright reasons and whatnot, but I was playing the PlayStation 5 on a QD display, playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I kid you not, next to it, the color volume on the QD display when it was showcasing the reds, the fire, miles ahead, pun intended. Now, the display tech was announced. We got to showcase it amongst other people. And again, you do not know the politics that went into... I went there Tuesday, didn't get shown it. And even when I was there, they said that we were not allowed to do any recording at all. On the last day of CES, when they were packing up, emails were flying in for me to come there. And I didn't want to go there without recording and just get a fancy kind of showcase tour. I wanted to record it so we could actually at least put a video out there. And luckily we were able to. And even then, afterwards, the emails that were coming in on, you can only show this, show that because of copyright reasons. It's a headache to... We went through a lot of loops to get this in. But let me just say this, right? QD display is I'm going to put potential on it just to save myself anyone coming at me. Potentially one of the biggest game changers to display tech that we've seen in a very, very long time since the conceptualization of OLED. And I'm being serious. This video, like many of us that would have showcased this technology, will not do it justice. I promise you, you see it in person. And what they said is that we could be seeing this in large screen monitors and TVs as soon as Q2 of 2022 this year. That has me excited. What were the initial things that I thought they were really holding back? I don't think there's an 8K option for QD display just yet. 4K only. Is that a deal breaker? No. Pricing and availability and how it will look. That's going to be interesting. And then funny enough, it's not Samsung display. It's not Samsung Electronics that are going to be making the first set of TVs for it. Sony are. Sony are going to be the ones that are going to be, they're the ones that seem to have announced the first set of QD display TVs that are going to be supplied by Samsung Display, not Samsung Electronics. We didn't put in our best of CES, but obviously Samsung Electronics had their new Neo QLED TVs, 8K at 75 and 85 inches, potentially 65 inches, the QN900B and QN800B. Again, watch those hands-on videos, but we've not put in our best of CES picks this time round. So that's very interesting. Again, this is where you just need to understand that Samsung Display make the display tech that are needed, for something like the Nintendo OLED, Switch OLED. That's from Samsung Display, right? That's their job. They make displays to be given out to OEMs that need it, and they can mass produce it to scale. And it looks like Sony are the first to be putting the QD display tech into their TV announced. So we'll wait and see what Samsung Electronics have. But boy, QD display, from what I saw in that controlled environment, game changer. Absolute flipping game changer. And about damn time. So yeah, QD display explained. We highly recommend that you watch our video, check the article, read it up, link in the description below. And let's get back into the chat. Suffering out here, man. Suffering out here still. Why so less view numbers? Anyone from India? Thanks, guys. You're for real. Dell Alienware monitor will be the first release of QD OLED. QD display. Then Sony A95K at the end of the year. Yep, you're right. QD display, people. That ever makes you want to watch more engines again. Yeah, it does. S22 release date, we don't know. In India, Snapdragon Exynos, we don't know. I would hold off on the best display ever tag until micro LED. Yeah, potentially. But right now, from what I saw, hell yeah. to put. All right. So, best of CES part 3 done and dusted out the way. And just a quick recap, just for those that joined, we did our best of CES with the S21 FE, which we do have in-house, full review coming next week. And then we'll really discuss the Samsung Galaxy. I keep saying Galaxy. It's the Freestyle. Not even a Samsung Freestyle. Possibly Samsung's most fun product yet, in my personal opinion. And I think it resonates within the SamMobile team. And a lot of people that have seen this for the first time as well. Next is then explaining Samsung Display's QD display technology and why potentially this is the biggest and most important paradigm shift in display technology for TVs and large screen monitors since the conceptualization of OLED. But last but not least is this crazy mammoth people of a gaming monitor. Can you even class a 55-inch 16:9 aspect ratio screen or display as a gaming monitor, as a monitor period? Boy, Samsung seems to think so. And that honor goes to the Odyssey Arc. This blew, like, bruh. Let me tell you this. A 55-inch 16:9 aspect ratio as a gaming monitor, as a monitor period. Yeah, Samsung didn't come to play. This is the Odyssey Arc. A 1000 R curve 55-inch 4K UHD, potentially still to be verified 165 Hertz gaming monitor that can be orientated vertically like what you're seeing right there. Whoa. Details are very limited on this product, right? We don't know what ports are going to be in there. Hopefully HDMI 2.0. We don't know what panel was using, whether it's OLED, whether it's VA, or whether it's IPS. I'll be honest, it's probably a VA panel, of course. We don't know the full specs when it comes to adaptive sync technology, when it comes to things like FreeSync, as well as NVIDIA's G-Sync. There's a lot. Brightness, peak, color gamut. There's so much we don't know. This is so new that the information is just so limited. But let me tell you this. When it comes to the granular of this thing is... Bro, you're going to need space. And I mean, you're going to... Put it this way. I'm looking to buy a 48-inch TV. This is bigger than that. Think of your home TV, but curved in such a way where it seems manageable and usable as a monitor. Think about your home TV and being able to turn it vertically to view. I'm sorry, that's insane. Yeah, let that sink in. Think about your home TV that you can vertically place it with the stand that comes with it. RGB at the bottom and the back. Only Samsung thinks to even do crazy behemoth and mad stuff like this. And as much as I'm not really a fan of curved, I think this is the only way that you can get away with actually making a 55-inch monitor work. What's my take? What I would love to see is remote control. Man, it's basically a TV. Please make sure that it comes with remote control when it's released. I beg. But just know that you will be selling your kidney to buy this. This is in the kidneys. It's in the kidneys. Some people have discussed that at 55 inches, it should be an 8K 60 Hertz panel. And it should have the same versatility as what you have with the modern day TVs that can do 8K 60 and then do 4K 120. I agree. I do agree. Especially if you're going to be sitting that close to it and using it as a computer monitor predominantly. This reminds me of my old 1080p curved Samsung TV that I won back in the day when working for Phones View. 55-inch. It may not have been R curved to this extreme, but it's the same thing. Amongst other stuff, boy, we have got... whether this makes sense or not, for Samsung to be brave enough to pull this off, bravo. Like, rah. Huh? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And yes, 1 millisecond response time. They did say that. It is using a quantum mini LED backlighting for the display. It has got built-in speakers, 6 of them, with 2 subwoofers that do support Dolby Atmos. More to come. More to come on this. We're going to be following this. Our biggest commitment to you guys this year, like we said, that SamMobile is our foundation. We know what you love watching. The numbers don't lie. Where we are right now at 105,000 subscribers is all thanks to the stuff that you want to watch that we have covered. We know you love watching all things related to One UI. So anything that comes new with One UI throughout the year, we'll update you on it. Even if it's the same across the board. We do these videos to let you know that these products that you're interested in have One UI. This is how they behave. We know you want to see more of the new mobile products, FE, all that stuff. You know, there's more stuff that we're going to incorporate. Hopefully, more camera reviews, dedicated videos in that sense. We know that, but one of the biggest promises that we want is that we want to branch out and incorporate a lot of what Samsung Display are doing into what Samsung Electronics are doing in terms of coverage. And CES was a big beginning part of that for us. Now for just my personal review of CES. And why I say my personal review of CES is this. It was my first consumer electronics show. It's a very weird time to have gone. This was dubbed as CES Lite, right? I was eager to go if it was justified, and I think it was more than justified. Went by myself. Most of the guys are based in Europe here, as well as obviously in the Asian market in terms of time difference. My conclusion of CES, Vegas is an interesting place. I think I like Vegas for the people that I met. Not sure about the state of Nevada and Vegas as a city just yet. Kind of feel like accidentally happening. We'll talk about that. How I accidentally ended up in New York. My conclusion of my experience with CES is that it was a very good challenge. One thing I made as to my personal promise to myself was just don't be in your comfort zone. Like, I'm really pushing myself this year to push SamMobile's video production forward, but just me to challenge myself out of the norm. I've been waiting years to be able to go to tech conventions nationally, internationally like this, to see if I'm able to work in that capacity and in that environment. And I would like to think I proved that I could. So pat on my back, I think I'm quite happy with that. But a good challenge is still a challenge. It was a lot of work. Here's why. The Consumer Electronics Show starts on the 5th on a Wednesday, and it's meant to end on a Saturday, but ended on a Friday. Bruh, Samsung had us out there for Monday from the jump. So I'm even thinking if I didn't get there for 1st of June, if I got there for the Sunday or the Monday, I would have struggled. I would have been completely screwed. We're at the Allegiant Stadium, great venue. I didn't even know how great the venue was until my guy Tech Mike 702 told me that, bro, you are going to the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium to go check out all the different colors of the S21 FE. Went there. I was struggling to record because I was in awe of the stadium. The stadium was amazing. Love what they did. After that, we had a keynote on, the freestyle, which was quite long at the beginning, at the Venetian. And from the Venetian, we went over to Caesar's Palace to go check out the freestyle and have a first look. That was a lot of work. And I mean, I think Tuesday was the day that really burnt me the hell out. I was burnt out that day because I was having to wake up early, still edit the videos to kind of be in line with the writers that are here. And I mean, shout out to the writers, man. Asif, Mihai, Ambijit, Adnan, the writers that usually just pattern up with like my videos with the scripts that I write, send it to them so we can correlate and sync. Yeah, you lot are the goats. But most times I was sleeping late, still getting up early, just to make sure I was catching these guys to make sure that we were in sync as best as possible. And that was the biggest challenge. And then on top of that, the convention floor, bruh, if you're a lone shooter and you're on the convention floor and it's your first time, it's very overwhelming. And I'm glad not many people came because it was easier to manage, but don't get it twisted. Being out there with your equipment, shooting on the show floor, lots of people in the way, have to wait for people to get out of the way. Bro, everything takes 3 times longer just to get basic shots in. And Lord knows if it was a full floor CES, I don't know how I would have done it just on my ones. I would have done it, but boy, it would have been even harder. Moving around was okay and decent. It was just mainly Ubers. They had shuttles. Shuttles were decent enough. They should have been running for longer. But overall, it was a good challenge. That's my conclusion I can give my experience. Fun? I think it was more... the fun element was people that I've known in the industry for half a decade, getting to see them in person. My conclusion of what could be done better. Personally, if you're going to flat out work, I would love at least one member of the team, one writer to come with me so we can write in the same time zone. And it just makes it much safer, much easier to get the content out when we're doing video. Doing it all by yourself, in adjusting in different time clocks and whatnot, don't get it twisted, is great. I'm grateful. I appreciate it. Am I doing it again? Every single year that it can be justified for us to be at CES, we'll be there. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. On top of that, coming back on Sunday when I was leaving, I had a connection flight to JFK, American Airlines first, then British Airways after. American Airlines lost my luggage, made me miss my flight, sent me to the wrong terminal, delayed. I had to then get a later flight, which ended up being more fun because I got to explore the East Coast, got the New York experience. And I'll be honest, I think I've caught the New York bug, if that's such a thing. New York gave me a cold, and I've caught the bug of kind of really being intrigued. And I get why, Danny, you have that interest in New York. New York is a very special city, I have to admit. And then instead of coming back on a Monday in the UK, I came back on a Tuesday. My luggage was lost. I was stressed out. It made me come in from the... it took me 2 hours longer to leave the airport. Came back. I was completely shattered on Tuesday. Wednesday, I was out of it. Thursday, which was yesterday, I was completely out of it. As you can hear me speaking right now and you've seen how I am, I'm completely out of it still. I'm only a bit less stressed just because my luggage came and nothing was damaged, because I had important hard drives in there. And the last video that I needed to edit for CES was on one of my SSDs that was in the luggage. So if I'd lost that, I would have been screwed, amongst other memories and other backup archives and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like my general quick 2 cents. You go CES, and if they're going to be flat out working, especially if you have pre-show meetings with brands like Samsung that go hard from the beginning and they don't wait until Wednesday when the convention starts, pack light. You need to be as light and nimble as possible. And if you're media, and I didn't realize this, they've got media editing rooms. Use them. Use them as much as possible. Have a laptop that has full power when you're editing and scripting without being plugged in. Have a laptop that can power over USB-C, right? Have the right plug adapters with a multi-plug, pack light, have one camera, one light tripod, move quick. That's my advice. And I managed to do that, but still, I know things that I'll do better next time. But really and truly, if you can always go to the Consumer Electronics Show with someone, do it. Going by yourself is a mini suicide mission, and it can be very, very, very overwhelming, and it can kind of break you in half, low key. That's it. That's kind of my personal conclusion of the Consumer Electronics Show. That's our best of CES SamMobile edition. Hope you all appreciated it, and we really just broke it down from the fact that it was the S21 FE, the Samsung Galaxy Freestyle, the Samsung, it's not Galaxy, Samsung, the Freestyle. QD explained, QD Display explained, and then the 55-inch Samsung Odyssey Arc gamer monitor. Do a quick roundup and say bye and hi to everyone else that's in the comments that has jumped everything through. Alex Bishop says, great work as always, Ben. Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being patient. I know I wasn't as vibey and I wasn't as energetic today, but I'm a bit under the weather and I'm just trying to push through. If no 8K, at least 2K or even 3K, for what? When is the S10 5G updated? No idea, mate. Do you have any tickets for general public? Nah. You're going to have to pay $300 if you're general public to go in. Arnold S. Yo, and for CES. Right, people. We are pretty much 11 minutes over time. Again, a big thank you for tuning in. Your SamMobile weekly roundup show is back. Happy belated New Year. First live stream of the year. Giving you the best of CES 2022. We really appreciate all the support. You're going to see us at more in-person events this year. Potentially, watch out and see us at Mobile World Congress next month in España, Barcelona. Stay blessed, stay safe. Happy New Year to you all. And watch out for more from SamMobile. We are out. Catch you in the next one. Peace.